guys, today is Homeschool Monday and we're talking my favorite thing, curriculum. So we are going over what my first grader is going to do next year. So we're talking all about first grade curriculum. My youngest is about to finish up kindergarten, and so we are gonna be doing first grade, diving into first grade, and I'm so sad, guys. I can't deal with it. My baby's growing up too quickly. So the first thing we're gonna be looking at is part of his language arts curriculum, which is Spelling and Poetry #1 by Abeka. And so we have started some of it. I tried to do the first list, which honestly, I don't know. My lighting's kind of weird. So there's not many words and they're not really that difficult. He just wasn't quite ready for it. So I pulled back and I said, you know what? He's still in kindergarten. We can completely wait and start next year. And the one great thing about homeschooling is you can adjust to your child's needs. And sometimes we can advance a little bit, and sometimes we just need to stay on grade level. Okay, so the next thing we're going to discuss is the language arts. We are doing Abeka Language 1, and this is going to cover grammar, beginning creative writing, and some reading comprehension. And I'll just flip through real quickly. And the teacher's manual looks pretty similar to what's inside. It just has the answers and maybe some dialogue so you can guide your child through. And that is Language Arts by Abeka for first grade. Okay, and so for phonics, what we have next is I have the letters and sounds #1. And now this is just the test we have, and I'll give you a peek into it. I actually have the workbook and the teacher's guide. I just at the moment can't find it. So, and then we also are finishing up and completing getting set for the code, and I'm not sure if I'm going to dive straight into Abeka phonics for my son's phonics program, or if I'm going to do one more explode the code and then do it, or if I'm going to do them hand in hand depending on his needs. So that right here, guys, is get set for the code. And here we have our handwriting. And so we just completed a reason for handwriting kindergarten level, and I felt like he needed a little more work with his formation of his letters. So I had accidentally bought both Handwriting Without Tears and a reason for handwriting. So I decided, well, you know what? Let's finish up this and let's work our way through this. And then from here, we can either do the next one, the printing one, or we could possibly do the Abeka. I'm just not quite sure, and we're going to go with his needs. Now, this is Writing with Ease by Susan Wise Bauer. And Well-Trained Mind, for those who don't know. Like I told you, I use a mixture of things. This one actually was recommended by a friend because I'm looking to work on dictation, beginning copy work, and I want to start working on reading comprehension. And so this, I thought we might be incorporating this. I'm going to look into it and just kind of go from see where we need to do and what If it's too much, then we'll wait. If we can bring it in, then we will. Just kind of giving you. So we're going to go based on his needs. And now I do have the handwriting with tears. Let me get it. Sorry, I'm going to move the camera. Teacher's guide. The funny thing is when I bought this teacher's guide, I bought it with my failed attempt with my oldest. And if you saw our homeschooling journey video, I'll explain that. Explains that. And I don't think you really need it. There are some good ideas of how to hold the pencil, you know, and just different activities for them. I do think there are some helpful tips in this guide. Okay, real quick, you remember how I told you I pull from tons of different activities? I found this at a thrift store, and so it's 365 phonics activities for your kids. And so I suggest going and looking at your different thrift stores, used bookstores, and find, you know, if you want to add extra things. My son likes to do a lot of hands-on activities. He likes to move around a lot. And I thought, what a great way for coming up with different activities to make him maybe a busy box, some quiet activities, maybe some artsy activities, depending on him and how I feel. So this is a fun little addition. Okay, and so now we're going to be talking about his reading. So we are currently working through all about reading level 1. And we did the pre-reading. It does a lot of letters and letter sounds. Now I mixed that with Confessions of a Homeschooler one, and those activities went well together. And so we were able to smoothly transition into this. And he's only been really working on this since January. Ooh, sorry. I don't have the readers up here with me for whatever reason. And so this is just like little reading lists and activities for them to do. And this is your teacher's guide. And this tells you how to teach the lessons. All About Reading is a multi-sensory program, which is what I love about it. There's activities where they're going to be cutting and pasting. They're going to be touching little letters. They're going to be using flashcards, and they're going to be doing all kinds of things. I love this program. Now, as much as I love this program, we do use another set of readers depending on if he's getting bored or not. And it's by Hoffman Mill. And I put it aside and I didn't go grab it when I decided to film this video. So I don't have it with me. But I got that at the thrift store, and it was 4 books and a teacher's guide. And if you bought 4 books, you got one free. So, you know, you can always find different materials if you just look. So you don't have to spend a lot, and you don't even have to get as much as I do. I just love curriculum, and I love mixing things up because my kids, they change, and so I have to be kind of flexible with them. Now, another thing I did get for my kids, see, I'm all about those thrift store buys. I told you guys. So this is what your first grader needs to know. Now this one I'm going to use because it has a lot of literature and poems that the kids need. Has different things about history, and it goes into all kinds of science and math and, you know, everything it needs to know. Now, this is an older version, so I don't think it is Common Core rhymes and stuff like that, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I just wanted, you know, something to help supplement. And so that completes our language arts program. And yes, we will be going, next I will be talking about, I think we're going to go into history. Okay, so for our history, we're going to be doing a combination of things. We're going to be using a biblioplan as our spine, And it has the breakdown of different things. I don't have the teacher's guide printed out. I have it on my computer. So I'm just showing you, this is the medieval coloring book. And we got the, what is it called? The companion for my older kids. And I just feel like the companion might be a little too much for my first grader. And so since we had Story of the World, you can actually incorporate Story of the World with Biblioplan. So Biblioplan has the lessons written down for you, and you can pull stories from Story of the World. And I do like Story of the World for the most part. It's not my favorite, which is why because we were going fully with Story of the World, and that's why we gravitated to Biblioplan. But I love Biblioplan more because Story of the World, she takes stories and she takes history facts and then intertwines them with stories. So I feel like it could almost confuse a child, whereas Biblioplan just gives you the historical facts. Now, it also incorporates Christian history as well, but it doesn't so much intertwine everything as Story of the World does. But as my son is a first grader, I figured it wouldn't hurt him to do this, and then he could do Biblioplan like his older brothers, and so therefore he wouldn't feel like he was getting left out. So the next thing we're going to discuss is math. And so for my first grader, we are going with Saxon math. We are currently working through Horizons right now. And I do like it. It's not that I don't. He gets bored. So I want something that was a little more advanced. And so we decided to try out Saxon. Saxon's a pretty good curriculum. I mean, you either love Saxon or you hate it. I don't really think there's too much in between with Saxon. I remember I did a little bit of Saxon as a kid. And as a kid, I don't have very fond memories of it, but how many kids have fond memories of algebra, right? So this is our math, and we are doing Saxon math. Now, when it comes to science, what we're going to do is we are part of Classical Conversations. And so what I plan to do is use the Science Encyclopedia by Usborne and the science activities I'll pull from here too. And we are just going to delve into the topics that we are learning about in CC. Because part of the CC program, not only are they learning memorizing facts, science facts, but we're also doing science experiments, and so they go hand in hand. And so I thought as a first grader, we would just go ahead and read a little bit here, and he likes reading from this. We did this a little bit this year, and you know, he enjoys it when he sits down with Mom. Oh, I still have lipstick swatches on my hands. That's funny. I'm just noticing that. So we're just going to take that and do that. Now, like I said, we are CC people, and so we're also going to be doing CC when it comes to art and music, and I will go more into that as well. And so we're going to have a video about CC coming up, our group subjects. We have what curriculum we are using for my soon-to-be 6th grader and soon-to-be 8th grader. Break this mama's heart. So here you guys go. That was my first grader's curriculum. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. If you want to see in depth of different books, let me know. And I don't have a problem popping on maybe Instagram Live or something like that and showing you guys, because curriculum, I think, is hard to order if you can't get your hands on it. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe. Don't forget to click that bell for notifications, and I will see you guys next Monday for Homeschool Monday. And then on Wednesday, I am uploading a video about wellness and weight.